Good afternoon, squad. This is E Hobbs, aka Art of War. Monday, January 22nd, 2:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and currently I'm short BFRG 1,000 shares. Haven't managed this very well throughout the day. I ended up taking $478 loss with commissions right around $500 or so, 500 plus. But it's one of those things to where it's tough because it's a green day, which I expected. Hence the reason I wasn't shorting any of this. I had mentioned to a lot of students that it wasn't a short in the beginning of the morning. I've seen this too many times to where it just keeps on holding. And this dip right here likely was just to get more shorts piling in on this as the borrow rate goes up, and then as well as the just the overall thesis gets stronger and stronger on the short side. It can cause pressure to the upside, right? And so that's exactly what happens. It ends up squeezing. I see it topping out though, and so I end up starting to get short right into the 7 area, right off of the highs of the day, expecting it to go a little bit more. So I didn't start off with much, and then I just continually added, and I just let it play itself out. And then we get a nice break down below VWAP, and I'm thinking that this is it. But hindsight, what I should have done was protect myself with gains, cover up some of the position, take profits. I was up plus $500 or so. Could have locked in like 250, 300 maybe, and then understanding what it's trying to do, take a reshort the bounce. But I hold through all of this. I allow it to play itself out, and then it squeezes some more. So I definitely would have been out of it regardless, but I would have been either break even or up somewhat, right? And now I'm back short just off the conviction that it just can't push anymore. It seems exhausted. However, these stocks can go further than what you think. So you have to be very, very careful. And so I've taken that 1,000 shares with an average of around 705, 706-ish. Let me see. Yeah, 705. Yeah, 705 area. So I'm thinking that, it's exhausted. It's going to be one of those plays where you can't expect to get in this next day. It's already going to likely gap down. You have to be prepared to play it right now. And so the only more concern I have is going into the power hour. Potentially it holds and squeeze, but I like the way that it's trying to roll over right now. Again, I think we get some good downside to this, but I'm not going to sit here and play guessing games. If it does start to break highs a day, or it looks like it's getting stronger, or if it looks like it's just consolidating, we'll simply get out of this trade. So we'll see how it goes. Again, right now, down around $500 or so. Unrealized doesn't even really matter to me. I only count what's in my pockets, and so we'll continually move forward. Hopefully, explained everything okay. And like I said, I'll recap and try to bring it back in on some executions when I do so. All right, squad. So I'm back. So the BFRG play, which I'm currently short again, 706-ish or 705-ish, 1,000 shares. It's cracked 7. It's held under there for a good duration now of 5-minute candle. I'm expecting some sort of bounce, perhaps back to the whole number, but at this point it does look weak. It seems like the volume is picking up on the sell side, so I'm going to be patient with this. I wish I had back my 724s, 717 average, but you got to be disciplined with these plays and understand that these stocks can go further than what you think. So we'll just continually manage it. I'm going to go to the bus stop really quick for my daughter, just because I lead a different life, family lifestyle while trading. And so this is one of the ways I want to try to be transparent with showing losses as well as wins, but also making sure at the end of the day that you guys realize that it's more about, it's more than just trading in itself. It's a freedom that's being allowed. So you see the bounce that's happening right here. Spread is pretty wide. I would imagine there's some covers going on, but again, I expect this to come back to some downside. So I'm not going to keep it on. I'm just going to leave it, cut it off, and then, like I said, we'll bring it back in later on. All right, squad. So you see that BFRG is now selling off pretty fiercely into the power hour. We're looking. Again, it's all about the bounces, and the bounces getting weaker and weaker. So I was faked out initially here. Like I said, the lower highs, what was happening. But again, midday trading is tough. and it breaks it one time, but just can't hold it. 3 days of gapping up, holding with over the weekend and squeezing, like that's just a lot for a stock like this. And it's not necessarily a lot of volume, massive amounts of volume from the initial run, which we see here. This is the day where it was this massive volume, right? And, again, indication, but this is more of a short squeeze. So all of this short squeezing that's happening, it's tough. It's tough for these stocks to maintain. And so, it's come a long ways. I was actually playing this long in the 360 area and, thinking that this thing could do potentially this, and it did. So playing the stocks both ways. So again, I'm maintaining position at 705. I'm still 1,000 shares, expecting a first red day tomorrow, but going to continually maintain this. Just wanted to bring it back in to keep somewhat of a consistent timeline, so that you guys see the movement of the stock and understand actually what's going on. So we'll bring it back sooner than later. All right, squad. So we're in the after hours. It's 6:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same day, January 22nd. I didn't get a chance to show you guys any of this move. I actually don't even know, what caused the big gap down. But when you're just looking at the framework within itself, like I said, this stock is highly extended, and so it's just it can't sustain on the volume, which really wasn't that great to begin with. Outside of the first day that I had shown you, it was just continuing squeezing. So we're down now again. Let's see if there's something that pops up on the news. I don't see anything, but let me see if I can see over here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So it feels like I don't know, maybe an offering. They're dumping something. I have no idea, but I'm just playing it from a technical side. And again, just to show you guys very clearly what's being referenced, it's just the overextension. You have 1, 2, or 3, really 3, 4 gap ups. Again, from from 250s to the sevens. And so even though these things aren't running like 2020, 2021, that's a big move for a stock that really isn't much of anything. So I typically don't like to count the eggs before they hatched, or count the chickens before they hatched. But I want to go ahead and just, in this video, because obviously I'll be covering sometime in the pre-market tomorrow morning or into the day hours. Might be you have some shares left, I don't know, but either way, just to review this again, guys. When you were looking at the price action that was happening, in the sevens or the sixes, and how it was bouncing around and chopping around, that's where a lot of my conviction was coming from, because they were taking this stock and this, as it continually went up, it just have these hard sell downs, right? And usually that's price action for they're trying to dump the stock. And so when you're dumping a stock like that, that's where, you have to get in short. These aren't those typical shorts, first red days. This is where the stock is extended so much that you're going to have to look at that green day as probably the reversal move. But it has to be extended, and you have to be able to analyze the price action well enough. It's not an exact science, as you can see. I was down, $500 or so, and even now it's bouncing. So if someone's chasing this, there's somebody covering. But I like this for a better move going into tomorrow. I think there's more downside to this. If we look here, where it bounced at the sixes, I think that we get potentially some gap fill down to the 540s, 520s perhaps. That'll be great. But yeah, either way, looks like we're going to go ahead and be able to lock in some profit. So hopefully I explained everything okay. Again, eHobbs, aka Art of War. Like and subscribe, please, for YouTube followers. For anybody else that appreciates what I'm doing, leaving any comments for current subscribers within the Discord. Continually leave comments. Highly recommend that you continue to review these trades, because again, these things happen over and over again. Outside of that, guys, let's keep locking in, keep learning, keep applying. Most important, to keep going. Talk to you soon.